Why did switching to men's razors make me question everything I knew about being a woman? So I'm in the shower last month using my boyfriend's razor because mine was dull as hell, and holy crap, smoothest legs I've had in years, like baby dolphin smooth. I'm standing there wondering why my $15 Venus razor feels like dragging a butter knife across my skin, while his $3 disposable Bic works like magic. I get to work the next day and I'm telling my coworkers about this revelation, thinking they'd be excited to save money and get better results. But instead, Sarah goes, "Ew, that's so weird." And Jessica's like, "But those aren't made for women's skin." I'm like, what? It's literally the same blade technology, just without the pink tax and fancy marketing. But they're looking at me like I just said, I use motor oil as shampoo. The whole conversation left me feeling like I was speaking a foreign language. Here I am, practically bouncing with excitement about saving money and getting silk smooth legs, and they're staring at me like I suggested we all start washing our hair with dish soap. That night I went home and had what can only be described as a full-blown bathroom breakdown. I'm sitting on my toilet seat, surrounded by an embarrassing collection of pink razors that cost more than my gym membership, and I just started laughing. Not happy laughing, that slightly unhinged laugh you do when you realize you've been played. I did the math. Over the past year, I'd spent $347 on razors and replacement cartridges. $347. That's my car payment. That's groceries for a month. That's a really nice weekend somewhere that doesn't involve bleeding from my ankles every morning. Then I got really emotional thinking about all the times I just accepted razor burn as normal. All those mornings I'd wince through shaving, telling myself beauty is pain, like some kind of masochistic mantra. I actually teared up thinking about teenage me, convinced that painful shaving was just part of being a woman. I called my best friend Kate, hoping for some validation, and she goes, "Oh honey, I switched to men's razors in college. Didn't I tell you?" Apparently I'd been suffering in silence while half the women I know were living their best smooth leg lives with dollar store Bics. But here's the kicker. I felt genuinely ashamed for not figuring this out sooner, like I'd failed some basic adulting test. How many other women's products had I been blindly buying without questioning? I started mentally cataloging my bathroom cabinet and honestly wanted to cry. The whole thing made me question my intelligence. Am I really this gullible? Have I been walking around like some pink tax zombie, just mindlessly grabbing whatever has flowers on the packaging? My confidence took a serious hit. Then my manager, Amanda, chimes in with, "I could never use men's products. It just feels wrong." And I'm sitting there thinking, wrong? It's a piece of metal with a handle. There's no gender in effective hair removal. But here's what really got me. Later that day, I overhear them talking about how I'm going through a phase and trying too hard to be different. Like using a better razor somehow makes me less feminine? Hearing that felt like a punch to the gut. A phase? I'm 28 years old, trying to make smart financial decisions, and they think it's some rebellious teenage moment. I went to the bathroom and actually got teary because I felt so misunderstood and judged for literally just wanting a good shave. It hit me that I'd been conditioned to think suffering through inferior products was part of being a woman, that paying more for worse quality was just what we do. And when I found something that actually worked, other women treated it like I was betraying some sacred feminine code. Now I use men's razors, men's deodorant, and men's shampoo because they're cheaper and work better. But apparently that makes me the office weirdo. Did I miss the memo that being practical means I'm not woman enough?